And we're rolling the ball. And we're switching cameras. All right, now we're back on track. Rolling that ball up and down the fingers. And into the palm. And the tips of the pinky and the thumb. I'm just watching the squirrel going like this right in front of me. He's trying to roll a ball again. And across the knuckles. And the legs. Take the ball on one hand and squeeze. And then the other. Back to the first. And the other. And let's bounce it. Or throw it up in the air if you can't bounce. Three, two, one, on the floor. Assess how the feet are feeling. And step on the ball, pressing down right in the middle of the foot 3 times. And the knuckles. Slide it across the knuckles. Ball in the middle of the foot and wiggle the toes. Bring the ball to the crease between the knuckles and the toes and press the toes into the ball. Release and separate the toes. Press again. Wiggle again. And scribble. And release, reassess, and go to the other foot, pressing down. Pressing on each of the knuckles. Rolling across. Bring it to the middle of the foot and wiggling. To the crease and press. Release and separate. Press. Wiggle. And scribble. Three, two, one. Let's get the ball out of the way. reassess, and do some good mornings. Let's do 12. And right into shaking the tree. Three, two, one, centering. Swinging the arms and twisting at the waist. And center. 2 deep breaths. Let's bring the feet together. I'm going to do the preparation move this morning. So bending the knees slightly, bring the other foot out. And raise the hands in front. Come back and back down. You're exhaling as you put your hands out. Inhaling on the way in. And just put your weight slightly towards the toes as you go up and back on the heels as you come back in. Just feel the energy and release all tension. Two breaths. And let's march in place or jog. So today we're going to do Zach Bush. You can do it with weights if you'd like, or cans or bottle of water, or nothing at all, just your body weight. Involves squats, so I'm going to do squats here. After class, we got some foam rolling, got some new ones for the hips and lower back. So whatever you want to do to get your heart rate going, including doing what you're doing. As always, be careful. I think I'll sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 20. And 30. 2 breaths. Interlace the fingers. Raise the hands over the head. And reach up. Bend back if you can. Come forward and to one side. And then the other. Come back to center. Lower the hands, push out at the chest. Come on down, interlace the hands behind the back and raise them up. A little higher. And down. Let's shrug. And roll back. Form a W. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Release. Squeeze. Release. Squeeze. Release. Squeeze. Release and squeeze. Release, extend the arms and rotate. And go the other way. One palm is down, one is up, and flip-flop. And cross one arm, press in at the elbow. Then the other. First arm behind the back, pressing down and in. Other one. Grab each elbow, rock side to side. Come on down and rotate the neck. In the other direction. Nod. And go ear to shoulder. Look up. And down. Over one shoulder. The other. And let's go into a side lunge. And then the other direction. And we'll come up and grab a stick. I'm going to do the Gymstick routine today. So we want to bring the stick behind and forward in one direction. And then the other. Lift it up overhead and oscillate back and forth. And then behind the back. And twist at the hips. Bring the stick down to just above the knees. Bring the hands in front between the knees. Hinge at the waist and pull up. Bring the stick out in front, centered, both hands on, step back. Hinge at the waist and stretch the upper body. Bring the stick to one side. Hinge at the waist, bring your hand underneath the armpit and pull slightly. Same thing, other way. Bring the stick to the side of the foot. Top hand is pushing away as the bottom hand is pulling in. You can hinge slightly if you'd like. Same thing other way. Let's bring one foot forward and put the stick behind the heel and lean into it. It's running up and down your leg, back of your leg. And then the other foot. And then with the first foot, the heel goes against the stick. And press it in, stretching the calf. And then the other. Stick goes in front. First leg, front leg is at 90 degrees, back leg, you're on the ball of the foot, and you come down to stretch the hip flexors. Then go the other way. Come on back up, lift one leg by the shin, ankle, or toes. And then the other. And then bring one foot in front. Hinge slightly at the waist. Press the knee back. And then the other. Come up, stick centered. Both hands, one hand, just fingers come up on the toes and back on the heels. Toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes. Heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, heels. Excellent. Let's put the stick down. So I'm gonna do Zach push again. You can do it with nothing, or you can hold on to something. Weights, bottles, cans, whatever. 4 moves. First one. Second one. Third. And fourth. We're going to do 3 sets of 10 each today. Ready? Squats. 1. Just go down as low as is comfortable for you. 9 and 10. Arm raises. Around the clock. You can go through the middle, as I'll do on the second round, like so, if that's better for you. 5, I think that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Some presses. And 10. All right, take a couple of breaths, shake it out. We're going to start with the arm raises and move the squat to the number 2 position on this round. Ready? Let's do it. 1, 2. 10. 10. I'll go through the middle. 1, 'and the presses. And 10. And a couple of breaths. One more. All right, we'll move the squats to number 3. We're going to start with some raises. And around the clock. Squats. And presses. And 10. Woo. Excellent. So take a nice couple of restorative breaths here. I'm going to do a new breathing technique today. Actually, it's one that I've been doing for about 10 years now, one of the oldest ones that I was introduced to by my Reiki teacher, Melanie Chong. It's called Hado breathing. And what you do is you take in a very deep inhalation and then exhale for as long as you can. We'll start with trying to do for 10 seconds. If you can do it longer on your own, that's great. It's a great meditative breath. So you go in, and as you exhale, you go, so you do ha breath for as long as you can, but we'll do for a count of 10, all right? So we'll do 4 rounds of that. Inhale. Inhale. Take a breath. Inhale. And one more time. Rub those hands together. Cultivating some chi. One thing about the hot breath, you should have the soles of your feet on the floor, whether you're standing or sitting. You could do either one. And your eyes are closed or half closed. Form a chi ball. And let it dance itself now. And centering with 2 breaths. And let's open our hearts. Centering and exhaling. Send it out. Center with 2 breaths. And exhale as we bring down heavenly chi. I'm going to gather some earth chi. And namaste. All right. Hello, Suzanne.
Thanks, Tom.
You're welcome, Nina. Today, we've got some
Thank you.
rolling.
Thank you, Tom.
You're welcome, Mira. Take care. Have a good one.
Thank you. We're gonna go,
Bill,
Tom.
Marlene. Okay. Good
Bye.
to see you. Take care. Let's start. We're going to start with the balls as usual, but let's take the roller. And before we get down on the ground, just put it in the small of your back. And if you can do back extensions, come back. Release that lower back. We're going to do the hips today. Let's get that back released. And come back up. And if you've got 2 balls, grab both of them. And I'm going to switch the camera and I'll meet you on the floor. So you want to sit on them. Right in the middle of the glutes. And just roll back, try to find a tender spot in the gluteus max. And you can put your soles of your feet on the floor and just relax. You can increase the pressure a little bit by pressing down. And then lift one knee off the floor. And sort of make small circles with it. And then you can cross the ankle just below the knee and press the knee away from you. Use your hand or just press it with your leg muscles away and back and forth. And then bring that sole of that foot back to the ground and lift the other knee and make some circles. Go in both directions. And put the ankle against the, just below the other knee. And again, press that knee away from you. Back and press, release, press. Release. Put that sole of the foot on the floor again, just again. Lean into the balls, relax. Breathe. And take those balls out and let's grab a roller. We're going to sit on the roller. And have one hand behind us. Lean towards the side that you've got the hand on, supporting you on the back. Bring your other foot across above the knee, and we're going to get this side of the hip here, gluteus medius. Just gently roll back and forth. And you can press that knee back down as you're doing this. We're rolling from the top of the pelvis down to the top of the thigh. And 3, 2, 1. Let's do the other side. Again, side that you're leaning into, that hand goes behind you. Cross your leg And roll. Both hands behind you too. If you'd like, for stability. Mm. 3, 2, a very long. Good. So hopefully everything is looser down below.
Thanks, T.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
Today's-
Tom.
You're welcome, Suzanne. Take care.
Had to be late today, sorry.
No problem.
Have a great day.
You too, Richard, Ava. Take care.